support the expansion of the background check system to make for a safer community. Now, yes?
Specifically, there is a bill in Congress, H.R. 1680, H.R. 1565. You will be chalking that number down. It's been in Congress since April. It has 184 sponsors, but it's not moving forward. It is a bill that expands background checks to close the loopholes of private sales at gun shows and internet sales. That's all it does. It has many, many safeguards in there to our Second Amendment rights. It simply expands the background checks to close those loopholes. And that's what we're asking people to support today.
Very good. 1565. Yes. There are people, obviously, who have a different opinion about any changes in current legislation, in any of the systems that are currently in place. And they may be here today. They may come to talk with us. Now, I want to be very firm about this, that we have a job to do today, and that does not include talking with people who hold a different view than ours today.
That we respect their opinions, but we've got a job to do today to get this on the sidewalks. We'll be handing out flyers, and we can't be distracted by conversations that can go on in a better place than here today.
So I implore each of you not to engage in any interaction with people that do not hold our view on this issue. And if you see another volunteer that is being distracted, I ask you to intervene and say, excuse me, and find something for them to do, okay? We will hold ourselves accountable to make this a successful event. So now, yes, go ahead, Richard, tell what people are going to do and then we're going to start.
Okay. Hold this for me, please, Ed. All right, shockers, this is what we're doing today. I have marked 31 squares starting from this corner at Houdini Plaza down to the end of the block. They're numbered sequentially, 1 through 31. Each square, a volunteer is probably going to be chalking 2 squares. But in each square we have a handout that has a specific gun tragedy that could have maybe been prevented by better background checks. The handout will give you the layout for what you're going to chalk on that sidewalk square. Here's the College Avenue buildings on this side. We will be using the first square next to the buildings. The second square we're keeping open. The next square is the subdivided pavement right before the cars on College Avenue. Write it so that people walking down the middle and looking toward the building can read it.
Richard, that wasn't decided.
No, but I came down this morning and we laid it out.
Well, which one are you going to do it on the one closest to the building or the other one?
We're doing it on the one closest to the building. Right? I have made sure that the squares are not in front of doors. There are a few squares where you'll be side by side with somebody. There are other squares where there'll be a space in between. We were able to get them all laid out in the block by doing that. I'm going to now have Ann hand out 2 of these to each, or somebody else want to help, Sarah? Okay. Would you give 2 to each volunteer at this point in time? So each one of these that you're getting has a number on the bottom, right-hand corner. That's the square you're going to. We're going to give you 2, so you're getting them sequentially, so you're going to 2 squares that are next to each other, almost. We have chalk up here. take a couple of colors of chalk, 3 colors of chalk, and then you will put the information down that we have on this sheet. So far, any questions on that? No. We're depending on your artistic ability in regard to colors. Right. So yeah, here's the building. Each one you'll see at the top is the name of a tragedy, the place it happened, the date, with on the left side the number killed, on the right side the number injured. A question, what could have been done to prevent this? Expanded background checks. Now, once you are at your square and chalking up, we are going to come around with flyers so that you'll have some flyers there. It gives information about what we're doing and gives the bill that we mentioned. So any questions so far? Comment?
The sheets are listed in chronological order.
Right.
So if people could just, if you could call out the numbers 1, 2, that person raise their hand, they'll be first, and 3, 4, so that we get them chalked.
I have marked the numbers on the sidewalk squares that match the numbers on your sheets. So the person that has number 1 and 2 should go to the squares marked 1 and 2. Okay?
Down at the bottom, in the lower right.
Yep, you'll see your number in the lower right-hand corner.
Susie?
All right, how are we doing, gang? We're 1 starts here, 31 is at the end of the block. Okay, take out the chalk.
Where do you want to
Go
do
to
it?
your
It's
square.
gonna be noisy here. Believe it or not, it's Susie.
Oh, 20-mile bike ride? Yeah. We stopped at Thousand Island.
How we doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm cold.
Good. Yeah.